Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Sorry if it sounds like we are drying weed in our studio.
Does it? Can you hear him at all?
A little bit,
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
And we are drying weed. Again, hashtag every revenue stream we could possibly. We're not drying.
Sorry,
weed.
not sorry.
Yeah. Our heater's out of all days. Today
Yeah.
it's Wednesday. There's a snow day. It's an e-learning day for Millard. It's cold. It's snowy, and our heater's out in our
At
office.
least it's 30 something and it's not 0 like it was a couple of days ago.
Well, yeah, because we would have been CFB.
We would have home
for biz. We had had an e-learning day.
Yes.
Which is the greatest thing ever, e-learning days.
E-learning.
I mean,
whatever.
come on. But they have to get into their Google Classroom and they have to get something accomplished. They can do it in their underpants while they're watching TV. But
There you go. Yeah, it did. Our heat went out. So but the people here that manage the building, they're awesome. And they are on it. And so we should be back up and running here about the time we get done with the podcast.
yeah, legit. All right.
But that's okay. That's all right. We're making do. We got 3 space heaters. So 2 of them are in the room with us right now, trying to heat this place up. It was 55 degrees in here, which, and 55 isn't awful. Because I think I've probably said out loud more than a few times, I would be happy living somewhere that the high was 50 degrees every day.
Yeah.
50,
I'd be 55.
Fine with that. That'd be
fine with that.
comfortable.
It's right. It's the cold. It's the bone chilling cold. Like
Yeah.
Seattle 50 or 55 is one thing. This inside here 50, it's different.
Well,
for whatever reason, it's different.
I'd go with Phoenix 50 and Seattle 50 are 2 different things.
I guarantee that.
Because it's so wet. It's so damp out and it just goes right through you. But it's not windy, as they say in the Midwest.
Oh my God.
It's not so bad. It's not windy.
If it was February though, and outside it was 55 degrees, we'd have shorts and t-shirts on. But inside here, I've got my vest buttoned up like a thunder coat, and I'm
that's every day, and then why? That's okay.
A little pro tip too. I went to Come and Go and got coffee this morning. Didn't even know our heater was out yet because we normally make coffee here, but brought it in and kept warming that same. I didn't have a sip of that coffee after 7:30. Just kept warming it up and putting the cup between my legs.
Oh my God.
There must be like arteries close down there.
Maybe.
Man, that
think?
was like a little hug. That was a hug. Comfort hug.
Oh my God. Well, Come and Go is happy to help.
That's right. That's right. I came and went. Got my coffee and came back here to the office.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see what's going on in the world here. Oh, I was going to grab real quick. We had talked the other day about movies that needed sequels or not because National Treasure 3 is going to be coming out. It is a deal. It's happening. And Jules, Jay Husker, Monsters, Inc. still needs a sequel. Came out with a prequel, but children are aging, not knowing what happens to Boo. It's like another Toy Story waiting years.
Good point. We didn't have Boo grows up, gets married, has kids, and then Boo gets to hang out. Boo's
like
kids.
10 more movies. And she said, please read this with dramatic, as if dramatic content. That's why I did. I added extra.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I loved Monsters Inc. College Years. I thought it was awesome. It's hilarious.
Monsters Inc. across the board. Hilarious. But you're right. It does need a sequel.
Yeah.
Saw news that Meghan and Harry are a little perturbed with the paparazzi in Canada. Apparently a picture was published of Meghan walking with Archie somewhere near a wooded area, and she did not give her permission to take that picture.
Wow. Hey, welcome to not being in the royal family anymore and not having walls and guards and everything.
Not having the option to give
What did
permission.
she think was going to happen?
It's going to be worse. Definitely, it's going to be worse because unless they hire a detail to like clear the area for them. But that's become an issue security wise as well. How Canada doesn't want to be on the hook for providing security, although they want to make sure they're safe because obviously they're in their country, so they don't want an international incident to happen.
But is it a bigger deal? Is it a harder thing to protect a prince like him and Meghan? Mm-hmm. Or you have celebrities all the time that like the Michael Jacksons or whoever in the world that just hired a security team and they were able to stay away from, had a compound.
Right. But I think that they're not used to that. They're used to people respecting the distance. You know what I mean? It's like a deal that they had with their paparazzi, so to speak, or that they wouldn't dare, because if they do something wrong, the royal family will just cut them off.
Yeah.
Any of the British tabloids?
Yeah.
They'll just cut them off and say, well, yeah, no more for you. Sorry.
It's kind of surprising that Meghan's the one that's mad because she's only been in the royal family for 3 years, and you would think that Harry would have been the one that was.
Yeah,
You know,
she was mad because she
perturbed.
did not give permission for that. She's apparently forgotten what it was like.
Remember Suits? TBT
Well,
to
maybe
Suits.
she didn't get followed around a lot at Suits. I thought she was kind of semi notorious on Suits.
She was not a big. That's why I'm surprised she got mad at it. Like it's like she's not. It's not. You're not that far removed from not having anybody follow you around. It's like you were just. You left.
She'd be. I guarantee you, if nobody was following her, she'd be
pissed.
pissed.
Yeah. Right. So
They're like, oh wait, you're not HRH Meghan Markle. You're just Meghan Markle now. Oh, sorry.
Never
Our
mind.
bad. Okay.
Never mind.
We'll leave you alone. No. I joke. No. I mean, seriously,
It's
it's
the
like
truth.
you got to be careful what you ask for, because they could just say, and just walk the other direction. Although I think that would be ideal for them. But then again, they want the press because they want to promote their
deal.
new endeavors that they're going to be doing to raise money for their foundation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's that double-edged sword, right? You got to figure out.
The move back to the monarchy game is on, and I'm saying 400 days, and they'll be back. Maybe as a couple, or him by himself,
Or him by himself.
One of the two.
He's still in line to be king, but they no longer get all the other perks that go along with it. So I wonder about that, because splitting their time between England and North America. She won't come into America until Trump's not president. That's why it's North America.
Oh, dang it.
So
That's literally why they're in Canada.
seriously,
That seriously is.
she won't live in the United States until he's not president.
Oh my gosh, you have got to
And
be
so-
kidding me.
So,
oh,
so once
my gosh, okay.
once we cross that threshold,
Her and Madonna and Cher shall just get a house up there.
didn't Madonna move to
Yeah,
no,
she's somewhere.
Portugal. She moved to Portugal.
Some 18-year-old boy.
Well, at 22, 24.
When-
Same
when-
difference.
When there's a 46-year age difference, what's 2 years? Nothing. Nothing. When you've had 14 cookies, what's a 15?
That's exactly the same thing.
Right? Exactly the same thing.
thing.
Who's counting after that point?
But that's the deal. That once that threshold is crossed and she moves back to the United States, if she thinks this paparazzi is bad, this is the Canadian paps that are out there chasing her. And apparently they complained because they had to have been hiding in the bushes.
I would hope so. That's where
That's
people
generally
hide.
what they do.
That's
I think
where people
generally
hide.
What they do. And you've seen the pictures that people get in people's backyards, and that's why they have everybody is so cut off the way that the landscaping is done around people's homes in Los Angeles and Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
So nobody can see in from anywhere.
So you just have to get used to that and just
So-
not walk with what's his
Archie?
name? Archie by the woods. I wouldn't walk with my kids close to the woods anyway. Did you see that story this week about that 2 or 3 year old kid that got got attacked by a mountain lion, backpack ripped off?
Was it a mountain lion? I thought it was a wolf or a
No, it was
a coyote or something.
It was in a tree. It was a mountain lion in a tree. It took his backpack up a
Oh.
tree. Last time I saw a wolf climb a tree was on Bugs Bunny.
See a picture of the tree.
It was literally-
I thought it
and
was
he
like
had the backpack in his mouth in the tree.
Did the dad fight it off?
Well, yeah, he I don't know if he punched it off, but he something the dad did.
Because I heard something about the dad, because he had lots of cuts and marks on his arms and stuff.
He basically saved his kid's life because the guy that
ripped him out of the
lion got the backpack.
jaws of
and-
death.
Yeah.
But it got the backpack.
Oh,
huh?
it's the picture's incredible, and the people that are at the bottom of the tree taking the video, and this cat's got the backpack up there,
Yeah.
and he just looks confused and pissed, and
yeah.
it was crazy.
Well, because the meat in the sandwich got away.
right,
That's what he's mad. He's just got a piece of
Yes.
bread right now.
That's
and he's a
right.
little perturbed about that.
it's like what? This does not taste like Dad said it would. This
Right?
is terrible.
I didn't know it was a mountain lion. I honestly
Yeah.
didn't. I thought it was something like dog-like, like a wolf or
Yeah,
coyote or something like that. I don't know why I thought that. I have no idea. Anyway, so that's going on with the Markles. And then my other contribution, this is a little more in depth, but it's something I had no idea existed. That we've got the impeachment proceedings going on. And they're right now, I guess, against. Okay, the Senate has rules, and some of the rules are really stuffy. And the 100 members, they say, the United States Senate are restricted to what they can have on the Senate floor in the Senate chambers to eat. Now, yesterday was the first day of the hearings, or the proceedings. We'll just go with that. And they're allowed 24 hours over 2 days or 24 hours over 3 days to present their case. And they were busy yesterday for a good solid 12 hours. They didn't start till 1 p.m. And so they went till 2 a.m. So they were presenting their, and then they ended up getting voted down. But you can't have any food.
How is that even possible? You can't have food.
You can't have food on the chamber floor. So
Like-
they do have breaks. So they could go get
so you
something.
can't take snacks. I get that makes sense. You can't take
So you
popcorn
can't have
or whatever.
like, a
M&Ms.
cheeseburger at your desk or something like that.
Right.
And-
We're all flown with that person that has chicken in the airplane. So imagine Ben Sass sitting over there tearing up a runza in the Senate.
That's a great idea, though.
Yeah.
But they can have three things. They are allowed milk and water. No coffee.
Just milk and water?
There's their choice. Milk or water. No coffee. I thought it was odd that they don't have tea.
Oh my gosh.
Spill the tea. Get it?
Oh.
Huh? And just drinking a cup of tea.
Oh,
That kind of, that's what I thought. Anyway, and candy. And the reason why the candy is allowed is because there's a candy desk in the Senate. And the candy desk has been around since the 60s. I did not know this. And the candy desk is located.
I've never heard that before.
There are like 3 entrances to the chambers. And the candy desk is located, if you're facing like whoever is in charge, right? You're facing that main desk and it's off to the right-hand side. There's an entrance, and that apparently is the closest to the elevators where the senators descend or ascend to from the elevators.
On high.
So when, on high.
Yeah.
So when they come in that door, that first desk they go by is the candy desk.
That's awesome.
And so whoever sits at that desk is charged with the candy desk.
Like there's a candy person, like an employee, or like one of the senators, it rotates?
One of the senators, it rotates. Whoever's sitting in that position has to take care of the candy desk. Short story. It all started back in 1964, and a Senator George Murphy was elected from California. And Murphy was a song and dance man, like from musicals, Broadway musicals, et cetera. He's been on several. And he loves sweets. So after joining Senate, he started keeping candy in his desk, and he would share that with some of his colleagues. And then when he left, the next person that came in kept it going, having
awesome.
candy
That's
in the
pretty
desk.
cool.
And it
pretty cool.
continued. It is. It's really
Yeah.
kind of cool. And I think Pat Tomey is the one that's there now from Pennsylvania. Wherever Hershey's from. So now
Probably
they have a
Pennsylvania.
supply of Hershey. So
Nice.
the National Confectioners Association, which is the candy people, if there is a location, if a member is located in the state of the senator that's there, they can help supply the candy. And so they keep the desk full. So they have all kinds of candy in there, all kinds of things to choose from. So I thought it was great, but they said it was not known publicly until 1985. And somebody slipped and let it out in a press release stating that he is now the occupant of the desk and would carry on the rich traditions started by Murphy at the candy desk. And everybody's like, the what?
The what candy desk?
What do you mean candy desk? They have a candy desk there? They have a candy
I'm
desk.
all for that. It's odd. It makes total sense not to have food and stuff in the Senate. You just would think that they could.
I know.
But milk and water is so random. I could see just water and
Why not pop?
coffee.
I don't understand. Milk, water, tea,
Or just
coffee.
a sealed glass, whatever you put in there. I mean, who cares?
Take
Just
your own
have it.
Yeti. Can I take my own Yeti?
Probably not. Maybe. I mean,
Maybe somebody broke the rules
If
and
you
put
took your own
something in the
Yeti, it would not just be milk and water in there. Those would be called mixers.
Get your hands off my Yeti.
Listening to that, whatever proceedings yesterday, I listened for probably 15 minutes. It was the most boring, stuffy, dry. It was like almost embarrassing the time that's wasted by just doing these stupid formal things. Like we're back, like it's 1850. It just seems like it's such a waste of time.
Going through the
not even
formalities.
the reason behind the impeachment, just whatever.
Yeah.
Impeachment, not impeachment. The process of this is just a huge waste of time.
It's kind of like when they walked the articles over.
Right.
I guarantee you, people, if the founding fathers had email, they would have hit send.
Oh, they would have tweeted the S out of them.
They wouldn't have walked them over.
No.
They would have just hit send and go. And they're probably looking at everybody now going, you have technology.
Idiots.
You don't need to walk it over.
We sendeth you link to Google Drive. Downloadeth and impeach. I mean, that's exactly what they would do. They walked over there because they didn't have any other way.
This goes right back to when we talked about before the woman who'd made the roast and she always cut off the ends.
Yeah.
And the kid says, why? And she's because that's how mom made it. They asked mom, that's how my mom made it. Ask grandma. And it's like, the pan was too small. Why are you cutting the ends off, you dummy?
Yeah. You're wasting all that meat. You guys got to just shake yourself, man.
And when they were going through some of the stats, and they were talking about previous impeachments and how many people testified, how many documents and this, and I'm thinking in my mind that the process of collecting these, because these were many years ago for the most part that they were talking about the proceedings, because one was Jackson, but then there was a couple of judges that they were talking. So it was many years ago, before email, before
for any of that stuff,
digital anything, and collecting
even
physical
microfiche.
papers. Right. Collecting the physical papers took time. So the proceedings took time. That should not be the case now.
No. Let's step the whole process up.
Fire up the HP and let's go. Let's do a little Google search and let's pull.
And
this
if we
thing
all
together.
know that the vote is, no matter what it is going to go down party line. If like, okay, listen, everybody, listen. Are we going to just go party line?
Anybody going to jump ship?
Is anybody, because nothing it's going to be said here is going to change anybody's mind? Yay, no, yay, well, okay, whatever. I'm done in 15 minutes. You put me in charge of the Senate, man. I'd run a tight ship.
I could only imagine.
Oh, man.
But part of it is being noted in the congressional record.
Who reads that? Like when somebody
Other people that are in Congress.
When somebody said, when I heard someone say, it was maybe it was the beginning part of this whole thing, and somebody, I don't remember who it was. Anyway, a senator or somebody in the House just wanted to be a part of the official record, wanted to have what they had. Maybe it was Ted Cruz. It just wanted to be part of it. It's like, I don't understand. Other nerds are going to be reading that in 50 years.
But do I have to sit through it? Can't you just submit it?
Right.
And
again, can you attach it to an email?
It's like editing a wiki page. Just edit the page, add your 2 cents.
Snap.
And then somebody wants to read it, they'll see it.
Yeah, right, because right now we have the ability to like have Ted Cruz flip his phone around, put the little cat ear filter or whatever, and just give what you want to be part of the record, and do it on your own time.
Done with it.
Because nothing, you guys, we don't have to hear all this stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have to. That's not going to change anything if we hear it.
No, it really isn't. It's not going to make anybody change.
It's just going to make us feel like you guys are a whole bunch of babies.
It makes me question our intelligence when you're just like, we're still doing it this way. There's got to be, but then again, you go back to voting. That's
there
still
has to be a better way.
Got to be a better way to do it. There just has to be a better way to do it. And I can't believe we can't figure that one out.
We can. It's just there. Oh, I'm not going to get that. We can figure it out. But there are too many people fighting against the fact of every voter that's verified. We all have an individual thumbprint.
Yep.
We could go and we could vote with our thumbprint, and nobody else could copy that.
Well, Apple keeps everybody out of my phone, right, so to speak, because of your thumbprint.
Yeah, right.
So everything you have is in your phone or your Android or whatever you've got. I've got an Android. Yes, it's true. But anyway, they have that set up, so you can't get in there.
We have ways that people can identify us.
Ways.
But there 100% is ways. There are just too many reasons.
Too many people
fighting on the other side. So whatever it is.
And so the battle continues.
It is.
It is. Speaking of Snapchats, filters.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in there right now that I've got that's for try it with you and your pet. Okay. 19-month-old German Shepherd dog won't sit still long enough for me to do it. I tried.
He knows. Somehow animals know when the camera's on them because they move. They won't sit still.
He will not sit still, and he'll be in my face any other time I'm sitting down. And so then I get the phone out and I'm like, we're going to try and do this. See if we can get a picture.
Nothing. They know. I don't know if it's the electric current, something. They know when a camera's pointed at them. I've got a taco that turns my head into a taco, and I stick my tongue out. I did that last night. I got a picture of that. And then also there's a video one of a spider that walks on your face.
I've seen that one.
It looks super real.
I can't do it. Did you do it? You got and
one? I hate spiders too, but I can understand.
You should post that.
I haven't done. I haven't recorded it yet, but I've seen it. But
awesome.
I'll put me as a taco and me as with a spider on my head.
I'm debating. I have a video. I tried to do my version of an AOC conversation. Like Elizabeth Warren does. Just sit down and have a beer with y'all. Yeah. I was making a drink.
I love it how when you I couldn't remember if you put vodka in your Kahlua. I'm like, whatever. I hate when I do that, you said.
Well, because I already put it in. I look at the bottle and it's not moving. Like it's already settled, so I can't even tell if I already poured it.
Either you didn't pour it or clearly you're not putting enough in there. It's not moving.
It wasn't moving. It stopped moving already. It already settled. But anyway, I don't know if I want to post that or not.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll see what we can do. It's no filter, just so you know.
Right. It's no
Just
filter.
saying.
Hashtag no filter.
Hashtag no filter. But Jack was helping me out with that one.
It was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
So go to our Facebook
Anyway.
page. All this stuff, if it gets approved by Mother, will be up there on our Facebook page. It's Pat and JT on Twitter.
Whatever.
It's Pat and JT Twitter. Also, it's Pat and JT Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. 402-403-9478 gets to some of your texts on our next episode. That was episode 339 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media production.